Man, I'm so out the way, man, trying to mind my business. Y'all see the type of big got going on and doing, man. I'm making changes in my life. I'm doing the right thing. I'm winning. I'm just trying not to pay attention to you idiots, man. But, like, it's just hard, bro. Like, Lil Yachty, bro. You been whacked, man. But you think you saying George Floyd name and trying to use his name in the bar that's gonna make people like your whack-ass music, man? Y'all the only era that feel like demeaning the dead and saying that cool, man. It ain't. And it's me and the whole Third Ward and the whole Houston, Texas riding behind G, man. Don't ever say his name, bro. Y'all, none of y'all knew G. Nothing about him. But y'all want to say his name for clout. Put a knee up on his That's some weak-ass Yachty. But let somebody die in your family. We gonna do a whole skit about it and see how funny it is, bro. Cut the out, man. It's only you whack Sambo-ass do that.
Former NBA player Steven Jackson, a friend of George Floyd's, called out rapper Lil Yachty because of a line the SoundCloud artist put in a verse while airing a song on Strom with Plaque Boy Max. The line goes as follows: "Put my knee up on her neck, I went George Floyd." The song will be released on his album, It's Us Volume 2. It wouldn't be the first time, though, Jackson called out a celebrity over George Floyd.
We don't have no choice, you weirdos. There's no such thing as Palestine. You dumb mother. If you go against Israel, you go against God's promise. Go anti. Bro, I hate them. Go anti. Go. Hey, are you black? Go. Are you black?
No.
I'm anti-black.
Yeah, let's join the Ku Klux Klan.
Yeah, I'm KKK. I hate.
I'm the leader of KKK, and I summon you to be the knight in shining.
Nah, I'm KKK.
No, I'm KK.
I've got the AK-47 ready. Let's get the next George Floyd.
Hey, let's go bring George Floyd back to life and kill that again.
I'm gonna put my knee on his neck.
That soundbite came from professional boxer Ryan Garcia. Thus,
First you go from taking steroids. Then you talking about digging George Floyd up and killing him again. Now you talking about you hate and you want to join the KKK. Look, dog, you need to get some help, bro. Because we don't play by the same rules that you play by in that ring, dog. And I'm just telling you. Just like I told you in the DM when you said some fly shit, I told you to get some help because it's a whole different ball game out here, bro. Anybody that got to bring up the dead is dying inside. You a clout chaser. That's all you are. You looking for attention. You trying to live a life that you didn't grow up in. You're not that, Ryan, okay? You're a boxer. Stick to that, bro. Keep George Floyd's name out your mouth. If you hate want to join the KKK like you said on Clubhouse, go ahead. Just don't us. And don't expect us to you. People say the really drunk.
Jackson had to check him and set the record straight. To understand where Steven Jackson is coming from, you must understand the tight-knit relationship he and George Floyd had. And with that, you could see the raw emotion from Stack when he learned of the news of what happened to his friend.
That's what I gotta wake up to, huh? That's what I gotta wake up to, huh? Floyd was my brother, man. We called each other twin, bro. Everybody know me and Floyd called each other twin. My brother only was out there in Minnesota. He was changing his life. He went to Minnesota. He was driving trucks. I had just sent him out 2 or 3 boxes of clothes. And my boy was doing what he's supposed to do, man. Y'all go and kill my brother, man. I'm on my way to Minnesota, man. Whatever I can do. Can't let this ride, dog. Y'all not gonna be mad till it hit y'all front door.
It is no surprise, though, considering everything that we have seen, that Yachty would get the following award.
Donkey of the Day for Friday, August 15th goes to Lil Yachty. So I listened to what everyone was upset about. And it was the first time in a while where I was like, oh, This is valid outrage. Yachty, how you put a hole in your own boat? Is anything sacred? When we talk like that about situations like George Floyd, we make others comfortable to do it, and then we get mad when others disrespect us. It's just some things you should know not to say, okay? You should know not to play with somebody's loved one who the world watched die. Okay, I've seen you have empathy for Drake when Kendrick was busting his ass last year. So I ask a simple question. Would you write a bar about Kendrick molly-whopping Drake in their lyrical battle? Of course you wouldn't, because that's your man. You wouldn't want to hurt his feelings or his team's feelings. I got a better one for you. Would you write a bar about the tragic, senseless murder of the late, great Takeoff? Of course you wouldn't, because you would have empathy for him and how he went out, okay? You would have empathy for his team and family. So why wouldn't you give George Floyd that same respect? Why disrespect that brother's family and friends like that? You said, put my knee up on her neck. I went George Floyd. So you decided to channel that racist ass Derek the Devil Chauvin who killed George Floyd. Okay.
Stack has a history of doing this and being on the right side. Via Vibe, Jackson has called out Kanye West over remarks he made about George Floyd. Roxy Washington, the mother of Floyd's child, would file a $250 million lawsuit against Ye because he claimed and went with this right-wing conspiracy theory that was not rooted in fact that Floyd died from fentanyl. More from Demisha Inman of Vibe.com. Jackson was close friends with George Floyd and his family and advocated for justice after Floyd was killed during an interaction with police in May of 2020. The former officer, Derek Chauvin, was found guilty of second-degree unintentional murder, third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. He was also convicted in federal court for violating George Floyd's civil rights. Thus, the critics came out in full force. Yachty might genuinely be one of the worst rappers that went mainstream ever, and question, how does he still have a platform? As hip-hop has evolved, music has gone from uplifting social change to potentially adding to the problem. However, to get back in decent graces, all it takes is accountability. Lauren LaRosa would also tweet, here's Terrence Floyd's, brother of George Floyd, full statement to me about Lil Yachty using Floyd's name in a song. I believe it's inconsiderate. Sometimes this generation doesn't pay attention to what they say. They just want to make a song and just get on the charts and really feel like the people listening will accept it because of who he is. It's really inconsiderate. You should think about what you're writing. It may make sense to you, but think about the impact to others. People are sending the clip to me. I want the line changed. Let my brother rest in peace. It disturbs the family's peace. There has to be a better message behind any mention of George Floyd's name, so his legacy can live on beyond what Chauvin did to him. Hey, by the way, happy to say, never like Lil Yachty, never will like Lil Yachty. His music, of course. Never. The only thing that he has given us is a really cold walkout at a festival. That's his legacy. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.